Hey, Ramon Ray, Bitdefender, small business ambassador. Some common questions I'm often asked, and here's a few of my answers. Why is now the best time in history to start a business? Well, technology makes it easier and easier and easier to start a business. Small business influencer and megastar Marie Forleo, her book, Everything is Figure Outable, is the essence of this answer that I'm giving. And today is the best time to start because everything is even more figure outable because of AI, because of advances in technology. Boop! You can hit one button and hire 10 people. Boop! You can hit one button and get access to resources that you just didn't have before. So today is the best time to start a business. And overall, instead of saying one day I'll start a business, have today be the day you start a business. Number two, what do entrepreneurs have today that you wish you had starting out? Well, a lot of things I wish I had, but you know what? I think knowledge is amazing, and those who may not have what they thought they had before, that's okay. Today you have it, and today is your day. But I have to say, AI is the top of all of our lips today to be able to go to ChatGPT or go to Perplexity or go to Claude or go to Gemini or go to Copilot and ask them a question and drill down on those questions and get answers. AI is a game changer like never before. So kind of I wish I had AI, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago when I was starting out in business. But also I'm very grateful for what I had back then because I learned. And even if you have to go to organizations like SCORE or ASBDC or network other business owners, which you should keep doing, networking, I'm still happy how I started. What's the best way to measure success for very small businesses right now? I think one of the best ways to measure success for small businesses. One thing that Mark Cuban, Shark Tank alumni, right? Shark Tank on Shark Tank said, sales cures all. And one measure of business success is, do you have customers buying for you? And over time, is that trajectory of sales going up and up and up? That's really the best way to know it. Other things you can figure out a little easier: how you hire, do you have the right team, is your inventory right? Hopefully you're secure in your business with Bitdefender, ultimate small business security. But really, sales is one indicator of success for business. If you could only track 3 numbers each week, which ones and why? Wow, only 3 numbers? It depends on which bucket. But I'm going to talk about financial numbers, and I think the thing that business owners need to track is really their finances. Are you sending out invoices? Are those invoices being paid? Maybe that's one. Number 2, are you touching base with your existing customers? That's number 2. And what does your sales and profitability look like? I think those are 3 numbers I would track on a regular basis, in addition to things like website traffic, email signups. Are you ensuring that everybody in your company is trained on the things they need to be trained? And how do you, that's a good point, how do your employees and how do your team feel? Are they doing okay? But yes, for 3 numbers, so probably profit and loss. Are invoices going out and being paid, and some other numbers I've said. Great question. What leading indicators tell you momentum is real before revenue shows up? Ooh, I love that. How many people are getting back to me? As one who, part of my business, what I do is produce content, work with brands, work with companies to help, who want to partner with me on that content. I'm not told yes on every brand I work with, on every relationship I have, but if they get back to me, if we're in conversation, that's one indicator to know that things are moving forward. So that's one indicator for me personally, but I think for any business, you're not going to be told a yes all the time, but are you still in momentum? Are you still in motion, having good conversations? If I was launching from 0 this month, what does my first 30 days look like? Well, assuming I had a little bit of money to feed my family, because, feeding my family and having food to eat and paying rent and all those things is important. If I didn't have that, I'd probably drive Uber or something really quick that I would do. But assuming I had a small cushion, I'd probably start with the relationships I had, go ask them some smart questions and say, what problems do you have? And see if I could solve any of their problems. In the first 30 days is what I would do to get that quick cash in and then leverage that cash for something else. Your simplest, repeatable way to get the first 10 customers today, not theory. Ooh, that's what I would do to get the first 10 customers. Find out either what your top 2 or 3 skill sets are that you do best. Identify where those possible customers could be at. and then go to town and sell them. This is where sales comes in, and or reverse engineer that, like I said, kind of. You go to the people you know already in a wider circle, not just people you know, but ask questions and find out what are the problems people have, especially the top one or two or three things that you do really well, and go sell and solve that problem for people. Can you share one credibility builder that cost dollars, $0, but works? I love that. One way to build credibility is the power of video and posting on LinkedIn or whatever platform you want, but by consistently sharing video, showing up, that's one way to build credibility. Of course, there's no proof that you have $1 million business. There's no proof that you've written 7 books. But over time, people can sniff that out and find out. But I think if you're showing up consistently, that's one free way to build credibility. What belief or principle has kept you in the game over the years? I love this. I think I have 2 core values. Have fun and do the right thing. Does that mean I'm perfect? Does that mean mistakes aren't made? No. But I always want to try to have fun, have a laugh, and don't take myself too seriously, although I take the work I do seriously. And number 2, I'd like to think I'm the most honest person you'll work with. I will never cheat you, never steal from you, never do anything underhanded or nefarious ever. That's how I live my life. If a founder reads this today, what's one thing you want them to do tomorrow morning? I love it. Talking to you, the entrepreneur founders who are probably going to read this blog post or seeing this video possibly. One thing I want you to do tomorrow morning, I want you to look through your phone, look through your contacts, look through your database. I want you to identify the top 50 people, 100 people, 20 people that are kind of closest to you, and make a point to DM them, send them a message, schedule a meeting with them to get closer to them. Well, my name is Ramon Ray, Bitdefender, small business ambassador, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. Don't forget to check out bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon to make sure that your business is as secure as it can be. Thank you.